Oh, okay.
Oh, we live.
Finally, y'all. Look,
Sorry, folks.
this be
What do you need help with?
it is a little weird looking. Maybe
Okay,
okay,
so
right there. Yeah, it would look a little weird. Okay, who's saying done? KiMani, where you at?
what are you doing?
Are you done washing your hands?
Did you boo boo or did you peep? Did you potty? Or did you just wash your hands? Okay, well, dry them.
Y'all know. Hashtag parent life. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. While he tending to the kid, let's
Okay.
get started. Hey y'all.
What up, folks? I
How
feel
y'all
uncomfortable.
doing? You okay?
Yeah, you can get water.
Oh, thank you.
So we got a mic today, so hopefully the sound quality is
Yeah.
don't knock the Bible on the floor. What you
Well, I'm
trying to do?
trying to scoot it over. That's the problem. Okay. There we go. Yeah. We got a lot going on.
So what up?
Is this supposed to be that close?
I don't know.
Oh, so I need somebody to come in here so they can tell us if they can hear us.
Yeah,
Right?
I guess.
But can we hear ourselves?
I don't know. You can.
I'm trying to see if we
Yeah.
can hear. Okay, wait. Let's see.
Hey, hey, what up, folks?
Okay. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we can hear
That
ourselves
sounds
in
that
my
qual
head.
that sound quality sounds good.
Okay, that look better because my head was cut off.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Look, today is
Hey,
interesting.
it's been a very uh. So we decided.
What
so
you laughing for?
so we decided we may have to, but I think that's why we wanted to do it at 7 because
Why?
7 here on the East Coast is 8 o'clock.
Oh,
8 o'clock here on the East Coast is 9 o'clock. But
but it's a struggle
may,
getting on here at seven
maybe we should do
o'clock.
it like 7:30 probably.
Yeah, we gonna try at 7:30.
37. Yeah.
We got a person in here. I wonder who it is.
You can see.
I don't know. It
I
ain't.
don't think you can do that.
I thought you could.
I think once they if they
That's not.
no, I don't think
Okay.
unless they give
Start
me
commenting or
yeah
something.
comment.
Well, anyway, y'all. So this segment is about what? How did I word it? What did I say?
But first we say we're gonna just to in the conversation we're gonna do it at 7:30 because it's kind of a struggle getting
Oh yeah,
started and
y'all.
dinner and
And
everything
kids.
and time runs real fast and so yeah so our new time is gonna be 7:30. We're gonna try 7:30 because I don't mind being late but the wife here she don't
And y'all know there's
she
a
like
lot.
she like being on time so
Yeah, I like to be on time for everything.
okay so to get this started.
What did I say the
That's your
topic
cue.
was?
Uh, Jesus Christ.
Y'all, my mommy brain ain't never been this
The
real, but
topic
it's
is about
real. What is
marrying
it?
the right one.
Marrying the right one. I said that I was gonna first give this the disclaimer because I think my preview might have sounded a little harsh, and I want to first put it out there that now, as far as he and our marriage, I don't believe in divorce for us. Okay, now it's not saying that I don't believe in divorce, period, because that would be a lie. I believe in people being happy and everybody knowing how to compromise. That's what I believe in. I don't believe in you being no fool. Meaning, if he out here beating on you and cheating on you and making these what they call them illegitimate babies,
Mm-hmm.
then honey, yes, run. You divorced him at that first sign. Well, not at the first sign of I cheated and I got somebody pregnant.
Yeah,
That's a
I
lie.
must. I must.
But
One thing is,
try to work through
yeah,
that
yeah.
if
One
you can.
is it. One thing is being a mistake, and another thing is it just consistently happened. And
Right.
that's two different things.
Right. So I just wanted to put that out there that I do believe in divorce in certain situations, but I do believe um, if a person is like truly sorry and wants to fix it, they can fix it. I just want to say that first. But I thought it was 7:30. No, it was 7 o'clock, but it's 7:30 now because we be struggling. Hey, girl.
Hey, Mrs. Hunter.
Oh, so that means you missed what I said.
Uh, uh, uh,
Don't repeat
yeah,
myself.
it's,
Okay,
it's, it's,
just rewind it. Now this topic stemmed from because I told him we were supposed to talk about something else, but you distracted me. But yesterday when I was on Facebook, y'all, not even just yesterday. Let's be 100% honest. A lot on my Facebook, I see people who I have a lot of people on my page, like people who've been married and are divorced, people who just recently got married, people who've been married for a long time, people who've been single and been single for a while. All kind of people. But the stuff that I be seeing on Facebook about marriage, normally I just be like, I'm just gonna be quiet. But God was like, no, no, Felicia. I've been my prayer lately has been God use me in the way that you want to. Use me, make me, put me in line to do what it is that you want me to do. Like I feel like I've succeeded at everything else, being a wife, and I'm working on being a mama. I'm working on it because I don't got that figured out yet. But I feel like I can have something else on my plate. So yeah, he just been putting stuff on my heart
my
lately.
head is super shiny.
Really? That's what you want to talk about?
Sorry, go ahead.
So let's
So,
you want to start that? Say your piece first. Yeah, I'm
so
thirsty.
marrying the right one. Anybody who know me know I promote marriage. I promote love. I promote uh, just the union of two people. And okay, I'm not gonna get too deep. So just the union of two people. I promote that, and but with that in tow, marriage can be a great thing. Marriage can be a horrible thing. When you marry the right person, when you marry your best friend, marriage is a blessing. Marriage is heaven. And when I say that, people may think, well, by marrying my best friend, I'm marrying the perfect, or marrying the person God had in store for me means my marriage is going to be perfect.
Huh.
It's going to be, it's going to be no problems, no flaws. Is I'm going to be happy every day,
And
and
that's a lie.
and that's not what I'm saying by that. I'm not saying when you marry your best friend that marriage is going to be perfect, but it will be great.
Be worth
It
it.
it it it'll be worth it, and it will be 90% of the time it's happy moments. But you're gonna have those moments where you guys argue, and I will hope that that's what you want because
Makes you strong.
it makes you stronger, and you two and each person isn't on the same. You guys aren't the same person, so you guys have different ideas, different ideologies, and you guys were raised different, so you guys may see one thing and have different opinions about it, and then but the great thing about it is even though you guys may differ on that, it helps you to learn each other, one, but it also it makes you stronger, just like Tab said. So you guys gonna argue, you guys gonna bicker, you guys gonna fight, but
Don't run.
yeah, don't
That's
run.
the
It,
first
it, it
sign
ain't
of a problem.
it ain't is and I always say this, right? The first 2 years of our marriage was really rough. It was really, really rough. That coming together, that becoming one, that was a struggle.
That power
Man,
struggle phase is what I
man, it
call it.
was a struggle. You know, trying to get to know her on a higher level. She trying to get to know me on a higher level. She knowing my learning, just the things that that I didn't show, or it was new, you know, coming out because we moved in together and we stayed together
Moved in
longer, you
kind of
know.
fast, honey.
Yeah, it was fast, so we learned a lot about each other, and so those 2 years was tough, and I feel like that's for any marriage, you know. Any marriage is going to go through that, you know,
That's the
building.
learning phase. That's
Yeah,
when you're learning how to be a husband, and I'm learning how to be a wife. And people are like, well, what, you been together for so many longs, for however long, why should that change? It changes because when you're boyfriend and girlfriend, it's easy to decide
yeah,
I'm done
yep.
and walk away from this. But when you
It's not a
get
commitment.
married,
It's not a real
you
commitment.
are committed.
Yeah,
You took that vow between God
and
and
you move
whoever
differently.
else, and you want to do right.
Yeah,
You want to make, like, I strive most of the time to make him proud of me, not just
and
myself,
likewise,
but
likewise.
I want him to be proud. I want him to be proud to be like, oh, that's my wife. You, that one right there with them locks and them
Mm-hmm.
glasses. Oh, that's all me. Cause I'd be like, this bald head one right here,
That's
that's
shining.
milk dud. That's all me. Don't try me, Becky,
Yeah, yeah,
behind this one. So yeah, it you have to want better.
yeah. And those arguments and those struggles and those fights, you know, uh, when you marry the right one, that's what makes it. You know, in the beginning, you're building your foundation, right?
Hmm.
And so, if your foundation is built on love, I feel like your foundation can withstand anything. I mean, it can withstand anything if it's built on love. Your foundation can withstand anything.
Yeah.
And when you marry the right one, that it's gonna be built on
What?
on love when you marry the
Oh,
right one.
yeah.
You know, when you marry for love, then it becomes,
And not for
yeah,
show.
not for show. Yeah,
What? I was gonna make like a whole, what's it called, schedule of what we was gonna talk about. I ain't had time, but it was something that I
we need to
wanted to.
prepare better,
We do.
but that's okay. We getting started. It's only the third. This is the third episode. We hey
So
we getting
even when
better,
I
getting
want
better,
to
getting
walk
better.
smooth on at the door, and it is so true. Oh, that brings me to this. I had a conversation with him, then I had a conversation with my mama before I talk about somebody's situation. We'll talk about this situation first, and then we'll talk about he and I's, like, our low blows, because it got mighty low. Um, my mama was married. For y'all that don't know, my mama was married. She's divorced. She's been divorced for how many years? Long time, long time. And she unfortunately married somebody who was addicted to drugs. Now, I remember this one particular instance when, should I say that part? Well, I already asked her. She said she wasn't ashamed
Was he
of.
addicted to drugs before or
He
after?
technically had been addicted to drugs before she met him, but then he
Okay.
went to prison. You know, in prison, honey, some people, they get it together,
Mm-hmm.
and then some people buy him in prison. I
Mm-hmm.
guess he didn't. I don't know. And then when he got out, he was on the straight and narrow for a little bit, and it started out with, small things, and then I guess it just
But before he went in
progressively.
prison, she didn't know him though.
No, she didn't know
Okay.
him before he
Okay.
went to prison. And I remember this one time, we had a break in the house, and you know, some things came up missing, and it was him. And I remember saying to my mama, because me and my brother was upset, like, you keep allowing this man to do this not only to you but to us. Like, when do you say enough is enough? And I remember mama turned around and looked at me in my face and told me that you don't get it because you're not a wife. One day when you have a husband, you'll understand why I put him before y'all and why I forgive him time after time after time. And I was young, I was like 18, and I'm like, girl, no, it's, and I remember telling her, like, I would never put a man before my kids and all that, but technically, yeah, biblically speaking, y'all, it's Christ, your husband, you, kids, and then everybody else. That's how it's supposed to go. So I get it now. And I can honestly say, now that I'm 11 years into my marriage and 13 years with being with him, period, I salute my mama. Because if I tell you she held that man down like none other, like the young me was like, not saying my mama was stupid, but kind of like, girl, wake up. And the old me is like, thank you. Because had I not seen my mama forgive him time after time after time, I wouldn't be able to forgive him time after time after time. My mama was showing me what it was like to be a wife and how to be a wife. Because my husband ain't always been the best. I ain't always been the best. And when we say you don't walk away at the first sign of a problem, he's walked out at the first sign of a problem. But I was able to forgive that. And he was able to realize before it was too late that leaving is not what I want to do. And I was never saying, oh, I was done. Nah, I'm just mad right now. So that's what I mean of you don't walk out at the first sign of a problem, people. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy to forgive, and I'm not necessarily saying you're supposed to forgive and forget, because for me, I don't feel like you forget anything. Now you can forgive, but you work on building that trust back up once it's been broken. Mm, okay, you want to speak on what I said?
Well, I don't know what you said because I was in there tending to the kids.
When I talked about Mama's situation, and then I was saying how I can say that Mama was at that time, she was showing me what it was to be a wife and to
Yeah.
not walk away and give up. And
Mm.
that's what made it so not necessarily easy, but a little easy for me to be able to forgive you when you've walked out the door. Like you, I don't know if you necessarily call yourself giving up. Like I can't speak for you on that, but maybe you needed the time out. I don't know. But when you've walked out, that's what made me be able to say, I'm not done. Like I've told my mama that plenty of times. Like when me and him back in the day would get into it, I remember one occasion she looked me in my face and I was like, I'm not done. I'm not tired. I'm not giving up. When he get back home, we'll figure it out. But I'm not gonna leave. It's never involved cheating. Let's put that out there. Um, I think I could forgive that. I don't know because my past. But when you marry the right one, that's something he wouldn't do to me because he knows my past.
Mm.
He knows how other people have hurt me.
Yeah. If for me, when I left, it was uh, um, well. Let me start from the beginning. When I prayed for this woman. I remember I was in Virginia before I moved to Texas, and my uncle did a sermon in church, and he said that if you want a wife, pray for pray for that wife and be exact about that wife. Be
Specific.
specific about what you want in a wife. And I was specific when I prayed that night. And little behold, I didn't know it was going to be until I moved to Texas, moved to Dallas, that I was going to meet my wife. But when I met her and we just fell in love, it was so natural. And I just knew that she was the one. And, fast forward when that happened and I left, something just, something inside of me, it didn't sit right. And so then I talked to God and I had a conversation with God and I was like, I asked him like, uh, I don't know if I doubted him or not, but I was like, you told me she was the one. This is the one that I'm supposed to marry. This is my wife. You told me this is the one. So why is this? Uh, Me leaving. Me trying to call it quits. This isn't. Either I put it this way: either God was wrong or either I was wrong, and God isn't wrong, right? So then when I put it that way, I was like, okay, well, I gotta figure something out because maybe it ain't just her, or maybe it's something I did wrong or I could have did different. And then after I had that conversation, and I did after that, I called my wife and was like, I want to come back. Let's figure this out. And from there it just happened. And so that's why I always say all the time, you a marriage isn't going to work without God. You
At
know,
all.
it's just not going to work. You know, you gotta have God. God has to be a part of that foundation. You know, because if for me, if you're not willing, if you don't want to wrong God, if you don't want to do wrong in God's eyes, then you won't do wrong in God's eyes. You know, you try everything you can to be the best you can be, even as the best husband you can be. And you know, and for me, I think the great thing about that is I had two different uh, views on marriage. You know, I saw
Oh.
two different relationships. You know, I saw how my father treated my stepmother. You know, and I saw how my stepfather treated my mother. And my stepfather wasn't a good husband to my mother, but my father was a great husband and still is a great father. Still is a great husband to my
Hmm.
stepmother.
I love
And
that
yeah,
relationship.
and
Yeah.
so it and so not even just seeing my stepfather relationship and saying it, I learned from that because I learned what I didn't want to be. You
Hmm.
know, I learned what I didn't want to be as a husband, and then from my father, I learned what I did want to be as a husband. And so that was kind of the guidelines for me, you know, and I still try to aim for that, but far as I don't know where I went to,
I
far as
think a lot of
for,
days people don't sit down and really think like, what is a deal breaker for me? What is the
yeah,
type of person that's going to be for me? Like it was this whole post circulating on Facebook that a man and his wife are supposed to be 50-50. Excuse me?
I don't understand what that
You
means.
like you supposed to pay this portion of bills and the wife's supposed to pay this portion of the bills. Like
That's not how that's supposed to work.
it ain't no joint nothing. And the
Then
wife
you
is
guys not
supposed
one.
to cook and clean and take care of the kids and all that. I agree with the post to a certain extent because we are partners in this.
Mm-hmm.
We're one.
And you do what's best for the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
For our team,
But I feel like every team should be one
should
when it
be
comes to when the finances.
yeah. How
Yeah.
you gonna call yourself being a man and you can't even provide financially for somebody? Then you don't need to be nobody's husband right now. Not saying when you are married and your husband happen to lose his job and y'all fall, on hard times, that's different. That just means that God has something bigger for you.
Yeah. But providing for somebody and doing 50-50 is two different things, right?
Exactly.
So, you know, uh, as long as I feel like if you married, there should be one account,
One.
I mean, one main account, right?
Yeah.
So
Where everybody
whatever y'all
check come to.
income come in should go to one account, and from that one account, you guys should pay all the bills. Now you can say, okay, I'll pay the rent, or I'll pay the light,
I'ma
you know,
call and
yeah,
pay
yeah,
the rent.
and then I call and pay this, and this, but it's all coming from one
That's
account.
the only separate it should be.
Yeah,
Not no.
out of
Oh,
my check, I'm gonna
you
pay
got to
this.
pay this, this.
Yeah,
Even when we worked, like I think people seem to forget this. It was a point in time in our relationship where I worked. I haven't worked in what 7, almost 8 years, but prior to that, your girl worked,
mm-hmm.
and it was one account,
Yep.
one account, and it was okay. This is due. Somebody pay it. This is
And
due.
a perfect example
Somebody pay it.
of the dynamics of a marriage. You know, at one point it was both of us working, you know, and we paid all the bills. And then I lost my job and I was unemployed, and she took care of both of us. So she was working, and I was like the house husband, right?
He was trying to cook
And
y'all.
I was,
He was on that Food Network.
hey,
I would come home and he
hey,
been done found something. I didn't even think my husband could. That was when I figured out, oh, this man might could do a little something. He could follow some instructions.
hey, I was trying to figure it out, and I was doing laundry and doing dishes. But in that process, I realized I didn't like that. I didn't like doing that.
But he didn't complain.
I didn't know. I didn't
I'll
complain.
give him that. He didn't
I didn't
complain
complain.
not one
I
time.
I held the my part of the deal. You know what I'm
He was
saying?
late
Like,
coming to get me.
yeah. But that's every man. but you know, but I did my part, and then fast forward, she got to the car accident, and then, you know,
He said,
and she,
"You don't want to go to work again
yeah.
ever. You ain't got to."
So then she became
I
the house
hesitated.
husband. I mean,
The
the
house
house
husband.
housewife. she became she became the housewife, and I stepped up to the plate, and then I handled all the bills, the finances, But it worked out because she enjoys this. She enjoys being a great housewife. But for me, I didn't enjoy it. But I did it because, that was I contributed to the marriage, but I did it. But she does it a whole lot better, And so,
But
but
just
that's the
because I'm a
dynamics of a
housewife,
marriage,
and this is what kills me when I see men that say, "Well, if she a housewife and she ain't going to clock in nowhere, and y'all got kids and all that, then she should never ask you to wash a dish or start the dishwasher or put a load of clothes in the washer or the dryer or clean up so and so this that." No, that's not how it works, honey. We are a
it's a
team.
team, yeah.
And if I'm struggling
And
somewhere,
she overlooked, and
I
not even
shouldn't have
that,
to ask
exactly.
you.
She shouldn't have to
You
ask
should
you.
just do
You
it.
should know it. You should know. It's just like if I work 18 hours that day, right? And she's tired. She's not gonna ask me. She's not gonna look at me any different to do anything. Cause she know I don't put in 18 hours. And I'm tired. But if I feel like I'm not tired and I don't put in 12 hours and I can do something because I see it's strenuous on her, then I'm gonna step up and do it without even thinking twice. You know what I mean? Because it just needs to be done. We're a team. We're a team. If for some reason I'm struggling with paying something,
Baby,
I
I
know
clock
one
in.
percent I can count on her to bring income to this house. I know that for a
But
fact.
he don't want me to though. That's a whole nother
It ain't
subject.
that I don't want you to. It's just that
He's content. He's used
yeah,
to how things go
yeah,
now.
that is true.
And if it was to switch up, I don't
I
know
was
what
listening to
he'll
Dave
do.
Ramsey the other day. Dave Ramsey, he was like, "Yeah, my wife haven't worked in 18 plus years, and I don't want to work 18. I don't want to work. I enjoy the way the dynamic of our relationship is now. I wouldn't even know how to act
And
if she
I'm
went out
not
to work.
saying this for
So
everybody.
yeah, it's not for
I'm not
everybody.
saying that
Yeah.
is for everybody. But when you married the right one, y'all can have that conversation
Yep.
and agree upon that.
Yep. And do what's best for the team because you guys are a team. Because it's some men like I said, the house husband where it's some guys
Baby,
who
he run
enjoy
that
being a
thing
house
real
husband.
good.
You know what I mean?
Remember you had a house husband you used to pick up and he had to take the kids to
Oh
school.
yeah, the illegal immigrant.
Don't say that. I didn't know that's what he was. You didn't
Nah,
tell me that.
but mind you, he's not Mexican or anything. He's white. He's just from a different country. His wife was and worked for ExxonMobil,
You
and
can't say
so
that.
I can't say that.
I don't think you could be putting out stuff like that, babe. Where
Oh.
nobody work at. Y'all, he done
Okay.
met a lot of people in
Never
his
mind.
life. But anyway.
Well, let's end the conversation there. But
Okay.
he was a house husband, and he did a great job
And he
with
loved
it.
it.
And he loved doing it. And so, but there are some people who, so there are some men that's this great at that role, and then the wife is great at being a provider, and that's what makes the team. That's when you marry the right one, where the man can say, you know what, I'm okay with who I am as doing this, and I'm going to support you, and the wife uh, is okay with him being that role, and she doesn't look at him any less than what he is. It's those dynamics that again what makes a great relationship, and that's when you know for a fact you married the right one. That's pretty much sums up a lot for me.
When y'all can talk about anything and
Anything and everything.
When there's a problem, you don't run from
You don't run from it.
Like,
and I had to. I ain't gonna lie. I had to learn that.
I've
in the beginning.
asked for counseling on several occasions. In my head, I'm like, that's the only thing that's about to get us through this, because I'm really ready to put you 6 feet under today.
But for me, is I in this marriage, I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I'm just a I'm a what you call it,
What, extrovert?
a extrovert, but
Or the
somebody
extrovert or introvert?
uh
Which one like to be to themselves? I forgot which one it is. He the most. He the chill one
yeah,
out of us, and
but
I'm
it
the one
goes
that's like
further than
in
that.
your face.
It goes further than that. I'm like
What?
I'm just the one that I used to like a lone ranger or something like that. Like I'm just I
No.
I'm used to being by myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
He his own person.
yeah, I enjoy quietness and peacefulness. Like
But
I
it's
don't need much.
interesting though
I don't need
because he
much.
don't. He's the simplistic one
Very
out of
simplistic.
us. But it's interesting because this is how I know we're meant for each other, y'all, because we are totally opposites for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. But we also need like our time, like our me time. He gets that about me and I get that about him. I had a person ask me yesterday on Facebook about me time, like when you sign up, when you become a wife and a mother, that you sign up for that 24-hour role, and there's no getting away from that, and um, something about temptation and all that. Let me tell you something. I've been with him for 13 years. Can't nobody tell me nothing about him that I don't already know, and vice versa. Secondly, we've been together for 13 years, so I trust him enough to know ain't he ain't checking for nobody else. He could say she pretty, and I'm like, oh, is she pretty? Okay, she pretty. I could care less. But what we not gonna do is be willing and stupid enough to let any 6 minute situation come between this. And if I didn't trust him, I wouldn't have married him. Like y'all confused me on this. Well, this you should be checking a phone, and
I don't
I have
understand
seen
that.
so many
I
married
do
women
not
like
understand
they
that.
checking call logs, they checking text
I
messages,
remember I did that
they
one time.
calculating how long it take them to get home, and
I
I don't care.
I checked my phone one
You
time.
check my
You
phone?
know how bad it made me feel as a man. I'm like, God damn, I
Yeah,
did
this is
that.
new to me. I never knew he checked my phone. You
Damn,
checked my
I did that
phone?
one time.
How long ago was
I
this?
don't remember,
Was we
but
married?
I don't. No, I wasn't married.
Oh.
Before we got married, I was, I was.
Yeah, we have shared
You
one cell phone for how long? When we was
and
It was before we got married. We shared one cell phone.
before we got married.
Yeah, I think it was before we got married, and it kind of lingered on a little bit, to like at the
After,
beginning of our marriage.
yeah, because right after we got married, we was with T-Mobile. We
Yeah,
got different phone numbers
been with T-Mobile
since forever.
since then, literally since we got married. But it's been times where he done broke his phone because he do that, and he had
I
to
leave
take
my phone.
my phone.
Yeah, and vice versa.
I'm not doing anything, so I don't care. We know each other passcodes. We got passcodes for people who like to steal stuff, not for each other.
Yeah, I always
We
say
know
this.
each other passwords.
If you don't know your spouse's password, then that's a problem.
That is a problem.
That is a
if
big
you don't
problem.
know your spouse's password, y'all should move past dating.
Nope, not a
You shouldn't even be together.
Nope.
How long have we been knowing each other? I created his MySpace
for
for him.
Not even that. Let's go back.
What?
When was at your grandmother's house at one time?
Oh, and I deleted every
one of
female that he knew in his phone if they wasn't a family member. Sure did.
Mind you now, I'm there with her grandmother's right there in the corner.
And she ignoring me like.
And I'm like, I can't really go too hard because her grandmother's right there. So, like, but she literally deleted, like, I don't know how many female contacts
I said,
on my
let me see
phone.
your phone.
I don't know how many contacts.
And I started going through it. Like, who is so and so? Okay.
But the problem was like,
delete.
It was like, okay, whatever,
Because at this point, I think we was getting serious. Because he had met my mama already.
Yep.
And I done cook for you. Oh, honey, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You stuck with me forever. How Cardi B do it, man? Do it
forever. But yeah, so if you don't have your spouse contact information, your
password.
I got
every pass. We share the same password.
Not that. If you ain't your spouse emergency contact, then it's a problem.
Wait a minute. Why would you not be your spouse's emergency contact?
Hey, it was some who we talked to somebody and they was in their spouse emergency contact.
Oh, we ain't gonna go there.
I
'Cause he
forgot
might
who.
not want me to go
I
there.
forgot who it was, but
Yeah, my daddy tried it, honey.
oh, it was.
Hey, daddy.
Oh no, he had her as a emergency.
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
If you
I forgot.
single, one of your kids needs
Yep.
your main kid with that's the most responsible kid
Well,
needs
or
to
your
be.
sister.
I don't feel like your siblings needs to be responsible for you if you have kids who are capable and are willing to be responsible for
Yeah,
you.
I guess.
Your siblings raise their kids.
That's true.
That's not their job. So a part of me is ain't a part of me, honey. My kids, you gonna get it together.
Yeah.
You ain't
I
have
guess
no
before
choice.
my
I've
mom
been
was
his
my
emergency contact since we've been together.
Before we met, I think it was probably my mom.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
mine was my mama, but
Yeah.
anyway.
But
Yeah,
yeah, so those two things, you gotta have the password, and you gotta be the emergency contact. If you don't have either one of those, is a problem. Y'all need to figure something out. I need to figure something.
With him with his passcode.
Oh man, that's funny.
Wish you had some people ask us. Adam, where you at? Mrs. Hunter. I don't know if you're in here. I don't know who it is. It's a person in here, but I don't know who it is.
I don't know. Whoever's in here, do you have any questions about marrying the right one?
I had some good points earlier, and
that's what we got to start.
I think
we need to start brainstorming and writing notes beforehand.
Yeah, that. And I was in the shower like, okay, I'm gonna write this down first, and then I'm gonna backdoor with this.
This is not stuck to the table, is it?
It is. I'm gonna have to use something, y'all. I thought my shit just being short.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anybody have any questions about marrying the right one?
And knowing you're married to the right
one.
one.
Knowing you're married to the right one.
I thought it was something else I was supposed to say, but I forgot. Married. Yeah, mommy brain is for real. I can't believe.
I guess daddy brain is for real too. But yeah,
I think because we got the itis, honestly.
Probably. That salad was good.
We had me and the kids had. What do we have?
Caesar
Parmesan
salad.
crusted chicken, and mine was on top of a Caesar salad. The kids they like their chicken on the side, and they had a Caesar salad and some macaroni and cheese. And he had vegan loaded veggie salad with fried mushrooms on top.
That stuff is so good with the crust on around it. Jesus, like I need another one.
Making a commercial. But
yeah, well, I guess if nobody have any questions, we're gonna call this a wrap.
Yeah, because we gotta go and binge watch Queen of the South.
And then we gotta watch Married at First Sight.
Y'all have to watch this show. Literally, when you make it our business to watch it together, and we literally pause it and be like,
have conversations,
baby, blah, 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 like this here. And that's really how you know you married the right one. When your spouse is your best friend, when something amazing happens to me, or when something horrible happens to me,
that's
the first person I want to call.
That's how you know you're not. And when something happens, and let's say we beefing, something happens, and I try to go call you. I'm like, God damn, I can't even call and tell her.
Talking to her.
I ain't talking to her. I can't even call and tell her right now.
I have so much tea for him, like gossip. When was this? One of them weeks, the other week when he was having his moment, honey. And when he had his moment, I let him have your moment. Just reel it back in when you're done. I was like, dang, I can't even tell him so going on because he having his moment right now. And he just need a little peace and quiet.
Hey,
so
thank you.
I waited till after he was having his moment when he started talking back to Mookie. And I was like, oh, babe. Blah, 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 blah. Looking at me like,
she went in. But look, we just ordered our light thingy with a
our ring light.
Yeah.
Shout out to what's her name? I went to school with her. I forgot your name, girl. You posted a link to the ring light that you use. She just started making like wigs and stuff. Dang, what is her name? Is her name? Oh, Brittany Buster. Thank you, girl. Thank you. We ordered that.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm trying to get another section of the house together that we can use for like our recording section because it seems like this kitchen table.
The question is, when we get the
ring light.
No, the Mac. We're gonna play that. We're gonna put it in the room.
Yeah, where else we gonna put it?
On the desk. I don't know.
I don't believe in putting no computer on top of my kitchen table.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, y'all.
So then the question is, will we record with that or record with this?
And that's funny as you said that because that was the area that I said I was. It's not that it looked crazy or nothing. It just looked basic, y'all.
This is a good background right
When you
here.
have kids, I swear your priorities change. Cause BK before kids,
Mm.
when we first
Y'all can only
moved,
see what I'm looking at right now.
when we first moved into any place, my first focus was unpacking every box and putting everything where it was supposed to go, and making sure stuff was decorated and all that. Now, I call myself redoing the whole house, right? Child, every room that I done call myself redoing, none of them are finished yet. None of them. This look good over here. Well, the dining area is about finished. I just gotta build some other stuff for somebody.
What?
Won't act like they don't want me to build nothing right now.
Look here, I ain't trying to have you down for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
How about you wait until
So when?
after?
After what?
Did you mention the whole surgery and all that?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do a video about that. You know what? You send me a text message every day and ask me. No, don't do that every day because that'll work my nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Send me a text message every other day and ask me did I record the video yet? Because there's a lot of women going through what I'm going through, and me and one of my longtime friends, like I've been knowing her since like, ooh, I think second grade. We was just having this conversation, I think yesterday, and um, it's it's going on with a lot of women, and I feel like somebody needs to talk about it. Like, is this stuff is not normal, y'all? It's not, and so basically, I should be having surgery within like the next
3 months.
2 months at the most.
Yeah. So then
Whoo!
after that, after you're 100% healed,
Oh, that mean I'm
then
looking at Christmas till I finish this dang dining
hey,
room, which
well,
that's fine with me. I'm telling y'all, look, as long as these kids is fed, he fed, I'm kind of fed, and the clothes is clean.
hey,
That be my number one
hey, my
concern.
my my work clothes supposed to go to the cleaner, so
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird
have to worry about those
that I
being.
don't have to wash his work clothes anymore. Y'all, I scrubbed shirts for 4 years.
Mm, you can look at that.
4 years. That's a
One
dedicated
one
wife.
less thing.
One less thing I
Yeah,
got to worry
I just
about.
proud
Thank
of
you,
that.
Jesus. Woo.
I told you the MVP,
I even
the
scrubbed
most
shirts when you
valuable
was in
player.
training.
Yep.
You don't know how to scrub no shirt. When we would be beefing y'all.
Mm-mm-mm.
I like to go on strike. I won't cook. I won't clean. And I won't do no laundry. You don't even know how to use the washer and dryer.
I do not want these.
How you use it? Our washer got like 50,000 buttons on it,
I don't
and the
understand
dryer you
how
gotta
them.
turn it a
I
certain
don't
way.
understand. Look here. I've been washing clothes since I was at least 11 or
So
12.
basically,
So,
whatever setting is on, he just gonna press start and hope that's the right one.
but
You know how to put the
this,
dish stuff.
but
What you
this
got the dish stuff?
washer and dryer,
It
this
ain't
is
basic.
on some whole other level. I'm like, this ain't what I used to.
Yeah, got
Back
too
when
many
I was used
buttons,
to use
babe.
it. Yeah,
You know, back in the day, it used to be hot, cold,
yeah.
and what warm.
I don't know.
Now,
Even when I was
we
single,
got.
when I was a bachelor, I had to
He
wash my
used.
own
I
clothes.
went to go and wash his clothes with him, y'all, when we was dating, and help him fold his clothes
I'm
and put
telling
up
you.
his clothes.
I'm telling you, if stuff like that don't let you know that she's the one, I don't know what
And
will.
when we was dating, I remember one time he was like, "Well, I want you to come over, but it's rent time, and I'm broke."
Mm,
And I was like,
mm.
"But I got some money, baby." I made sure we had food and whatever else was we wanted, and we did what we would normally do.
Telling you, man.
But
Hey,
that ain't stopped nothing.
hey.
He courted me, y'all. He really did. Even my
Mm-mm.
mama said that. Mom said he used to take you out all the time. We old anyway. Okay, we got to go.
Okay, we got things to do. So
So know your worth.
yeah.
Know
Oh,
what
that's a good one. Know your worth. That is a great
know
one.
what you should be having and how you should be treated.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, you'll put up with anything.
Mm-hmm. And
And
you allow a relationship to bring you down and
hmm
destroy you. Seen
oh,
that happen a lot.
that was gonna say Michael. That's a whole different subject. Whole different subject. Not gonna
So
go
yeah.
there.
So with that being said, we enjoyed you guys. For those who wasn't part of the live, still watch. For those who were part of the live, share. Just
Share, comment, subscribe,
yeah,
all that,
all that good
all
old
that,
stuff.
and we'll see y'all.
Yeah,
Say a prayer for
another
your girl
yeah,
that I stay in good spirits.
yeah.
Cause I'm in a little pain today, but it's okay. We're gonna say a prayer that you're gonna see us back here on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
In Jesus' name,
Amen.
amen.
And
And we love
that's
y'all.
another episode of Love and Life. We out.
Peace.
Peace.